The dollar yen is already up 180 pips since I last spoke about it on October 7th. Does it have another 350 pips of upside potential though? And can it retest that measured objective up around 112.30? Hi everyone, my name is Justin Bennett with Daily Price Action, and in today's video we're going to talk about the dollar yen. I'm going to share with you some key levels I'm watching, a key retest that just happened on Monday, as well as my longer term target for the USDJPY. A quick disclaimer that today's video is for educational purposes only. All views are my opinion and are not intended as investment advice. Forex is a high reward, high risk business, and you should not trade with borrowed money or money you cannot afford to lose. See the description of this video for the full disclaimer. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and also click the bell icon so you get notified every time I post these videos. Now, I wrote about the dollar yen back when it was trading just above this 106.80 support level. So notice how the pair had found support back here, and it then flipped to resistance through this region. It even broke out above 106.80 on this candle, and I made a video back then and said it was likely to target that 108 area, which it did. And fast forward to today, we can see that the dollar yen is clearly carving at least what appears to be this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, I wrote about this one last week on the blog, and I also included it in Saturday's forecast video. So you can see how we have the left shoulder back here, the head, and the right shoulder is now completely formed. We also have Friday's close above that neckline. All right, so this was our neckline. Notice how it served as resistance on several occasions, and Friday's close closed above that neckline resistance. And furthermore, if I zoom in on the daily time frame, notice how Monday's session retested that neckline as new support. All right, so if I just drag this up just a little bit so that we're touching the very top of this candle right here. All right, so this is at the very top of this candle, and this is also at the very high of these candles back here. Notice how Monday's low touched right off of that level. So again, resistance back here, and now it's acting as support. Now, just like I mentioned on Saturday, I do think that the 109 level is going to be a key test for dollar yen buyers. Notice how we have this low, this high, and this high right around that 109 mark. So a retest of 109, I do expect to see a rotation lower, perhaps back into these recent highs. So if I draw a level right at these two recent highs, notice how that 108.45 level has recently served as resistance. So I don't expect from here to see a pullback all the way into the neckline, because a pullback of that magnitude would be rather aggressive. And in fact, if we saw the dollar yen pull back that far, I would be very hesitant to buy this. And instead, I want to see a more shallow pullback into this 108.45 area. So notice resistance on these candles, resistance here, and even Friday and Monday, 108.45 served as resistance. So if today's session can close above 108.45, so if we get a close up here, I would expect to see a rotation lower into that 108.45 level. And I would also anticipate that buyers are going to want to defend 108.45. But again, 109 is resistance, so there's not a lot of room in this right now. However, we have had several opportunities to buy, including October 7th, when I talked about it when it was trading way down here. And again, Monday's retest right off of that former neckline resistance. And as for my longer term target for the dollar yen, as I wrote about and talked about on Saturday, I do expect a move as long as this inverse head and shoulders pattern is intact. So this bullish reversal pattern is intact. The measured objective here is up around 112.15 to 112.50. So notice how we do have this high right back here. And if I scroll back even farther, you can notice that we have several lows right around that 112.30 area as well. The way I got that measured objective is by simply taking the height of this bullish reversal pattern, okay, so this inverse head and shoulders, it's approximately 440 pips from this neckline to the low. If I then take from that breakout point and measure higher by 440, perhaps 450 pips, we see that we get an area right around 112.50. And again, those lows I just showed you at 112.30, as well as several highs up in this area, do line up with that measured objective. However, just keep in mind that buyers are going to have to deal with 109 on the way up. So 109 resistance, a close above that would expose 110.60. All right, with a close above that, taking us perhaps up to that measured objective. But again, buyers first need to close the pair above 108.45. That would become support if they can do that. And then 109, 110.60, and then that could give us a retest up here into 112.30. Now, on the flip side, because you know there are no guarantees in this business, and for all we know, the dollar yen could come crashing down today or tomorrow. So even if we get a close back below 108.45, that would not negate the bullish outlook for me at least. So as long as this level, okay, as long as this level somewhere around 108, perhaps even just below it, if we do get a longer rotation lower, okay, it could even be around 107.80. If we get a rotation lower and this area holds, I still have to respect the potential for a move higher. So in other words, it's going to take a daily close below this neckline in order to negate this reversal pattern. But again, as long as the pair is trading above that neckline area, and especially above 108.45, I have to respect the move higher up toward 109. Close above that would take us to 110.60, and a close above that could expose that measured objective up around 112.30, perhaps as high as 112.50. Alternatively, a close below that neckline, again, would negate this pattern, and it would also re-expose 106.80 as support. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comment below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. See you next time.